Nobody ever asked why Mama Yabo's food tasted the same every day. Yet, people were ready to fight, insult, and sleep on the queue just to buy it. In Ojaodan market, hunger was normal, but obsession was not. If you reach Ojaodan market by 6 a.m. and Mama Yabo's pot has not landed, just know your day has spoilt already. People used to say her food had legs. Once the aroma entered your nose, your body would move without asking your permission. Her buka was not big. Rusty zinc roof, 2 long benches, 1 wooden table that had seen better days. Yet every morning, before the sun fully woke up, the queue had already formed. Drivers, market women, secondary school boys dodging classes, even one pastor that claimed he was just passing. Everybody waited. Mama Yabo never fails, they would say. No matter how long, her food go reach everybody. But that was a lie, because sometimes people waited for 3 hours and still didn't get food, and nobody complained. That was the strange thing. If another woman tried that nonsense, they would scatter her place. But Mama Yabo, they waited like something was holding them there. Mama Yabo herself was not fine like that, always tying one faded wrapper, face always dry, no powder, eyes always red like person wey never slept. She rarely talked. She would just stand behind her pot, staring slowly, wooden spoon moving like she was counting something inside the soup. Her husband, Baba Yabo, used to sit beside her in the early days, but these days, he stayed far, always pressing phone, always angry. People thought it was money problem. They didn't know it was fear. Because every morning, before Mama Yabo came to market, she did something nobody ever saw. Something she never taught her children, something she never told her husband, and it always started in her bathroom. Mama Yabo's house sat behind the market, close enough for the noise to reach her ears, far enough for nobody to notice what she did inside. Old 2-room face me I face you. Cracked walls, 1 bathroom at the back that never stayed dry. People thought she was lucky. How person they pour but water they always run for her house. They didn't know it wasn't luck. Every morning by 4:30 a.m., Mama Yabo woke up before everybody. Not because she liked waking early, because if she missed that hour, the whole day would scatter. She would light her small lantern, enter the bathroom, lock the door, and sit quietly for some minutes. Not praying, not bathing, just waiting. The water in that bathroom was not normal water. It didn't come from tap or well. It came from something older than the house. Nobody knew when it started. Even Mama Yabo herself didn't plan it. Years back, when business was dead and hunger was beating them like drum, she cried inside that same bathroom. Baba Yabo had insulted her that night. The children slept hungry. Her pot was empty for the 3rd day. She cried and poured water on herself again and again, begging anything that could hear her. That was the first night the water refused to go down the drain. She noticed it the next morning. The bathroom floor was still wet. Not dirty, not smelling, just wet. When she used that same water to cook that day, without knowing, people finished her food before noon. That was the beginning. Now she knew better. She would bathe slowly, collecting the water in a small bowl hidden behind the bucket. No incantation, no talking, just silence. After bathing, she would cover the bowl, carry it to the kitchen, and add it into her soup before sunrise. Once the pot started boiling, the smell would rise, thick, sweet, heavy. By the time she reached the market, the queue had already formed. Baba Yabo noticed first. "Mama Yabo," he said one morning, voice low, "this thing wey dey happen, you sure say it clean?" She didn't answer. After some weeks, he stopped asking. Fear entered him. He started sleeping late, waking up late, avoiding the bathroom. He noticed the children were always tired after eating the food. Quiet, too quiet. But money was entering, and hunger had memory. So everybody kept quiet. Until one day, Mama Yabo missed her bath, and the queue noticed. That morning, something was off. The sun was already up, but Mama Yabo's pot wasn't singing the way it used to. No heavy aroma, no that pull for chest. Still, people waited. Because once you've waited for Mama Yabo before, your body doesn't know how to leave. The queue stretched like usual, but murmuring had started. Why today be like this? Abi she change oil?
This sook no dey talk to me. Mama Yabo stood there, face hard, stirring faster than normal. She knew. She had woken late. Her body was weak. She skipped the bathroom. No bowl, no water. Just ordinary soup. By 9 a.m., problem started. A man at the front shouted that his portion was small. Another accused Mama Yabo of cheating. 2 women started dragging spoon. Before anybody understood what was happening, insults flew. This food no sweet. Now today we go talk. After waiting since morning. Mama Yabo tried to calm them, but her voice no longer carried weight. Then one boy, maybe 16, staggered. At first, people laughed. See this one, hunger don my arm. Then he fell, hard. His body shook once, then went still. Silence entered the market like slap. People stepped back. Nobody touched him. Mama Yabo's spoon dropped. For the first time in years, fear climbed her throat. The boy was later revived. Water, slaps, shouting. They said it was hunger, stress, anything but what nobody wanted to mention. But from that day, whispers started. People noticed things. Why her bathroom never dry? Why her food made people dull after eating? Why her children avoided her pot at home? One woman, Iyasade, watched closely. She didn't talk. She didn't gossip. She waited. Because some secrets don't come out by shouting. They come out by patience.
Iyasade was not the loud type. She sold tomatoes 2 rows away from Mama Yabo's buka. Every day she watched the queue. Every day she watched Mama Yabo's face. She noticed something others didn't. Mama Yabo never ate her own food, not once. Even when hunger was obvious, she would drink water and keep walking. That kind of discipline was not normal. So one morning, Iyasade closed her stall early and followed Mama Yabo home from far. Mama Yabo didn't notice. Her mind was already on the pot. That morning she was tired, her eyes heavy, her body aching. She entered her house, dropped her basket, and went straight to the bathroom. But she didn't lock the door. Iyasade waited. She heard water pouring, slow, careful, not the kind of bathing you do when you are rushing. Then she heard silence, long silence. Curiosity pushed Iyasade forward. She peeped. What she saw froze her. Mama Yabo was standing naked, eyes closed, holding a bowl under her body as water poured down her skin. She wasn't washing dirt, she was collecting. Iyasade stepped back sharply. Her wrapper brushed the wall. Mama Yabo opened her eyes. Their eyes met. Time paused. Nobody screamed. Nobody talked. Mama Yabo slowly covered the bowl, her hands shaking. "You follow me?" she asked quietly. Iyasade didn't answer. She just turned and ran. By afternoon, the market already knew something was wrong, even before anybody said anything, because Mama Yabo didn't come out that day and her pot stayed cold. Markets don't wait for confirmation. Once suspicion enters, truth starts running. By the next morning, people were already standing at Mama Yabo's empty space, not to buy food, but to wait for gist. "She didn't come out yesterday. Something chased her. I told you that food no dey normal." Iyasade said nothing at first. She sold her tomatoes like usual, hands moving, eyes low. But the picture refused to leave her head. The bowl, the water, the calmness on Mama Yabo's face. By noon, somebody asked directly, "Iyasade, you follow Mama Yabo yesterday, abi?" The market went quiet. Silence is louder than shouting. Iyasade sighed. "Waiting I see, no be food," she said. That was all. The rest spread like wildfire. By the evening, the story had grown legs. They said Mama Yabo used charm. They said she washed spirits off her body. They said people were eating something meant for another world. Mama Yabo heard it from her neighbor. She didn't cry. She didn't shout. She dressed up and came to the market the next day like nothing happened. Same wrapper, same pot. But this time, nobody rushed her. The queue that once stretched now stood far, scattered. People stared like they were seeing her for the first time. One man stepped forward.
"Mama Yabo," he asked, voice shaking. "That water where you dey use, na wetin?" Mama Yabo looked at the pot. For once, she had no answer ready. "Iyasade," another voice called, "come say wetin you see." Iyasade stepped forward. She didn't exaggerate, she didn't add salt. She said it exactly as it was. Mama Yabo's knees weakened. Her pot boiled, but nobody bought. Mama Yabo didn't sell one plate that day, not because the food finished, but because nobody stepped forward. Even hunger avoided her. She packed her pot slowly, like somebody at a burial. No insults followed her, no shouting. That silence was worse. When she reached home, Baba Yabo was already sitting outside. He didn't ask how market went. He already knew. The whole market they talk. Children come back from school crying. Mama Yabo dropped the pot. "I no force anybody to buy," she replied. Baba Yabo stood up. "You use that water again today?" She didn't answer. That was answer enough. He went inside, brought out 2 nylon bags, one for clothes, one for foodstuff. "The children dey my sister house from today. I go follow them." Mama Yabo laughed, short, dry. "Ha, so na today you get mouth?" Baba Yabo didn't shout. "That thing where you dey do, it don't pass hunger." That night, the house was full. Neighbors gathered. Whispers bounced off the walls, but nobody entered her room. Mama Yabo slept alone on her mat, staring at the ceiling. For the first time in years, she didn't wake up to bathe early, and the bathroom floor was dry. After 1 week, hunger no longer respected shame. Mama Yabo tied her wrapper again. She washed her pot. She cooked. This time, she used clean water, normal water, nothing hidden. She told herself, food is food. When she reached the market, people noticed immediately. Same spot, same pot, different air. No queue, only space. She called out softly, "Rice hot, soup full." Nobody answered. A woman passed, held her nose, not because of smell, because of memory. One man laughed nervously and walked away. Mama Yabo served 1 plate for herself. She ate. For the first time in years, the food tasted flat. Not bad, just empty. By afternoon, flies gathered more than humans. By evening, she packed again. That was her last day. After that, somebody else took the space. Another woman, another pot. Life moved. Mama Yabo didn't leave town. She just shrank inside it. Her husband never returned. Her children stopped visiting. The bathroom behind her house stayed dry permanently, cracked, useless. Sometimes, children passed her house and ran. Sometimes, adults lowered their voice when they mentioned her name. "Remember Mama Yabo? That woman?" No insult followed, no explanation, just silence. And in Oja Odan market till today, when food tastes too sweet and people rush too much, someone will always say, "Make una calm down, we don't see this thing before."